harmful substances. Security services are also unhappy about the extra revenue flowing into Archon Delane's coffers. Some logistics
Hello,
experts
here is
noted
Quios,
that onion head
and
gamma
we are
strain was
playing
distributed with surprising speed. It is already being
Elite
reported as
Dangerous.
available from the following systems: Alici, Barazwar,
And
Kishmako,
I'm
Nastron, and Nakori. It's been
trying
suggested that
to
Sirius Corporation is secretly
land
carrying shipments of the drug
in
via
a-
its freight transportation network and is
in
part
a
of the deal
station
between the Kuma crew at the Blue Viper Club. Sinclair Ferrado,
without
VP of Corporate
possibly
Marketing,
getting
rejected this claim as absurd and libelous. Initiative to outfit
blasted.
Far God megaships. Pilots Federation alert.
Caution. Refrain from unsafe maneuvers, Commander.
The Pleiades Concordat
It's
has
really
requested
easy to
deliveries to support
get
the Far
yourself
God cult in the
blow
Panchavel
up
system.
in this
Members of
game.
the secretive Thargoid worshipping sect have gathered in huge numbers and are preparing to outfit one or more megaships for religious purposes. Although the cult has no official spokespeople, local news feeds carry
Cargo scope deployed.
500 meters from touchdown.
message from one of its senior members, known only as the First Herald of the 58th chapter. The faithful have hidden in the shadows for too long. Now is the time to reach
This
out
is
and
my-
welcome the
my
Far God
dock.
with the support of our friends in the Pleiades Concordat. The first megaship, the Testament, will be a missionary vessel to spread the word to all humankind. If we are blessed enough to obtain commodities for more megaships, these will be sent on a pilgrimage into deep space to commune with the Far God. The Pleiades Concordat has requested that pilots deliver auto-fabricators, emergency power cells, and insulating membrane to more hub in the Panjavel system.
Cargo scope retracted.
So,
Far God believers are generally accepted.
Touchdown sequence complete. Dispatching ground. Good to have you, Commander.
this is a very hard game.
Albeit controversial due to their reverence
I got
of
the same
Thargoids.
name I have in
As the
EVE
cultists
Online
are routinely targeted by
in Elite
anti-Xeno
Dangerous.
extremists, the Pleiades Concordat
So,
has placed
it's
bounties
still
on all
Quios.
wanted ships to protect deliveries.
And
Free Marlinist
I'm
candidate wins
pretty
election.
poor
Pilots Federation
by
alert. Coyote
any
Tau has been elected as Prime Consul for the Marlinists,
standard.
following a successful data delivery initiative. The candidate from the Free Marlinist movement
Please
faction
confirm,
received more public votes than rival nominee Verity Dexter. His campaign was supported by deliveries of anomalous bulk scan data and unusual encrypted
The
files in
amount,
greater quantities. Prime Consul Tau will now serve as the lead ambassador for the Marlinist
Oh,
colony
bloody
in all
hell.
dealings with the superpowers.
I left the
He gave his
items
statement to
in the
media.
Cerebrov
The
station.
Marlinist consulate will act to preserve our
Fuck.
colony's independence and improve diplomatic
You see, this
relations
game
with
is
the rest
really-
of the galaxy.
I hate
Let me
this
be
game.
clear, we do not represent the extremist
I
views
hate
of
this game.
neo-Marlinism. Our consuls will assist all efforts to eliminate the NMLA. In the Marlinist Parliament, Minister Aaron White protested
I
that
really
ignoring the
freaking hate this
neo-Marlinist
game.
fringe was a provocative act that could inflame further violence. First Minister Jenna Fairfax called for the results of the democratic vote.
Detach is good. Observe queuing system when exiting the station.
Be respected. Pilots who supported Coyote Tau can now collect their rewards from Tillman Point in the Hyatt sector ROP 6.
Hull integrity compromised. Shields offline. Taking damage.
Federation threatened by further
This
secession.
game is
More federal
completely...
faction.
Be wary, Commander. We've got reports of heavy traffic in this sector.
Are considering declaring independence following the recent conflict in the Azalachu system. Sophia Trevino, political journalist with the Federal Times, published an overview of the situation. When Azalachu Free seceded in reaction to the government's surveillance laws, it inspired 3 other factions
Shields online.
to do the same, making 10 systems and 1 billion
I
people
have to go
independent.
back to...
Superpowers routinely gain and lose systems via local politics, but this was a rare instance of member factions abandoning their fealty. The new
Solution zone. You're clear to resume own navigation.
Landing gear retracted.
nations have severed all links with the Proactive Detection Bureau, so their communications are no longer being monitored. Despite broad
where I
public
came
support for
from,
the Domestic Counter-Terrorism
because I
Act, Many citizens still
Forgot
consider
my
personal privacy to be a constitutional right. Dozens of other factions are now considering independence. This affects only a small percentage of the systems under federal control, but is highly embarrassing for President Hudson as well as Shadow President Winters. Her organized resistance to the surveillance laws is what inspired
my-
factions to secede. Advocacy, the civil
okay.
rights organization,
See
claims that the Federal
little
Intelligence
blue,
Agency has begun arresting secessionist
dot
wing leaders
on
under
the
spurious
minimap
charges.
on the
If true,
left.
it suggests that the government will
That's
go to
where I
any
have
lengths
to
to prevent
go.
a full-scale rebellion
Frameshift drive charging.
spreading throughout
So
the
I
Federation.
have to warp drive
IHO
back
reports
again
on new
to
Onion Head variant.
my
The Interstellar Health Organization has published a preliminary analysis of Onion
home station, but there is no home station in this game.
Head gamma strain, a recreational drug also
The
known as
station where I accepted
As with
this
the alpha,
courier
beta,
contract.
and leucin strains, the active component is derived from seeds produced by the onion head
But the
flower.
UI in this game is really stupid.
These contain alkaloid compounds that have a temporary psychoactive effect on
Fuel scooping.
human perceptions and cognitive functions. In the gamma
You
strain,
fly
these
around the
compounds
sun
have
Fuel scooping
to
complete.
collect a little bit,
genetically modified
fuel,
using synthetic molecules of
and
unknown origin.
then
This has
redirect
diluted the
yourself
concentration of
into
psychotropics,
where
therefore
you need to
producing
go,
less intense hallucinogenic episodes.
and you
The
really need
practical
to
advantages
fly
of these
this thing
modifications
around.
are twofold. First, they
Uh,
allow onion head to be economically
a
mass-produced using
Pretty
artificial
good
environments rather than
ship
grown as
for
natural
this
crops.
game standard. It's
Second,
not
the gamma strain is more hardy and able to survive for longer periods in
a
storage
really
or sub-zero
expensive one.
temperatures. Dr. Himari Gray,
I've been
an
blown up
independent
a
healthcare
couple of
analyst,
times.
commented, "The IHO's report suggests we are looking at a type of onion head designed to be sold in greater volume than previous
because I
variants.
try to
Its
make some
sophisticated composition
faster
means it is
cash
unlikely to have been developed by the Blue Viper
in
Club.
game by delivering
It's possible
some
that the Nomads acquired it from an unidentified research facility and have
smuggling
now cut a
some
deal with the Kumo Group
illegal
for
stuff.
distribution.
That's where you get some
Galactic
pretty
Mysteries,
good money,
the
but
Thargoid cult. The enigmatic Thargoid worshipping
I've been
religious
blown up.
order is examined by
and
Eric
I lost
Galassin of the Wall-Glass Investigations
my other
Agency.
ship, which was
Of
a
all the
pretty
myriad
good ship,
faiths practiced across the galaxy, the Thargoid cult is one of the strangest
and this
least
ship has
understood.
also
But in recent years, it has grown
some
from a fringe
mining
sect
modules,
to a widespread
some
religion. Its central tenet is that an unknowable being
as
exists
the
beyond our dimension,
lunar
the
rover
Thargoid.
for
What we call the Thargoids are its
exploring
heralds, preparing for when it descends
planets.
from hyperspace to instantly wipe out all life.
I
This apocalyptic
don't know
creed
if
therefore
you
attracts
can
people
walk
who have
around
nothing
it
to
in
live
the
for
station.
and who find purpose in awaiting Armageddon. The
You
cult has no
want disengage.
official name or spokespeople, and its followers willingly replace their names with titles such as adherent, disciple.
To Lacey, Quebec Uniform Echo. This port is under federal control. Submit to
Contacts,
randomized
Cerebro.
security scans on approach.
Request
Access
the
granted. Make your way to landing
This
pad number
dehumanizing approach
28.
includes its members wearing simple black robes
Deploy
and
landing
making their
gear.
hide chapels resemble Thargoid biotechnology,
I really
complete with ammonia fumes.
miss EVE Online when I play
Despite
this
praying to
game.
an alien species, this is not the Thargoid fifth
Really,
column
this
many
this
feared
game,
it to be.
it's
In fact, they are pacifistic
when you
fatalists,
think about EVE
expecting
Online,
death
how
and
much
never offering resistance.
time you
This has caused them to be
you
victimized
waste,
by other doomsayer cults,
going around,
anti-Xeno activists, and even the Federal
jumping
Intelligence
from,
Agency. Yet their serene patience has
system
allowed
to
them to survive.
system.
The discovery
and
of
then
two
you play this
abandoned void
game.
temples in the Etane system provided an insight
Scan detected.
Tell
into
you,
the
this is
cultist's mindset.
really
Here can be heard the final testaments of people
awful.
willingly entombed in suspended animation to
Awful.
await the far god's arrival.
Shit.
More recently, there are
Just
reports of several
forgot.
chapters of the sect migrating to the Panchavel system. This is controlled by the Pleiades Concordat, a theocracy devoted to the far god, so perhaps it is preparing something bigger or stranger than we've seen before. Data required for Marlinist election. Pilots Federation
You
alert.
really need all this
Rival candidates
manual
have requested
building,
deliveries of data to help secure their bids to lead the Marlinist consulate. The Marlinist colonies are voting for who will be
Everything.
elected as their prime consul.
everything you need
This
manual
influential role
building.
represent all Marlinists and make broad decisions on their behalf. The first candidate is Verity Dexter from the Marlinist Reformation Party, which is
really a
acting as the
mess.
NMLA political wing. She has the support of Senator Lorcan Scordato to be made an imperial patron. I am in a unique position
Hull integrity compromised. Shields
to finally
offline.
provide our
Taking damage.
people with a voice in the Imperial Senate and to speak for
I
new
hate this
Marlinists. As Prime
Ending in
Consul,
this game.
I will negotiate a permanent peace with the NMLA. The second candidate,
Loitering.
Kayode Tau of
Yeah.
the Free Marlinist movement, is focused on sustaining the Marlinist colonies. Neo-Marlinism and terrorism have no place within our Republican ideals. I will strive to keep our systems independent and to protect the rights of peaceful Marlinists everywhere. In order to help secure their
Shields online.
campaign, both candidates have requested deliveries of anomalous bulk scan data and unusual encrypted files. Shipments for Verity Dexter should be delivered to Stillman Hub in the HIP 22550 system, while those for Kayode Tau are expected at Toman Point in the Hyades Sector ROPV-6-2 system. The Alliance, Empire, and
Touchdown sequence complete. Power down your engine.
Where's my
We're all checked
stuff?
in, Commander. Enjoy your visit.
Federation have recognized the Marlinist Consulate as an ambassadorial body and agreed that the election
Items.
of its Prime Consul is a strictly internal matter.
I said, collect items.
Kumo Crew campaign starts drug
All
production.
items.
Pilots
Okay,
Federation
so
alert.
the last time
The Kumo
I
Crew Syndicate has procured enough material to introduce a new product
didn't
to the market.
click,
The drug originated with the Blue Viper Club, a piratical traveling
And
community whose dredger is currently in the vicinity of
so
Kumo
I
City
didn't
Station.
collect the
It
items.
was confirmed that enough shipments of
So now
agronomic treatment,
items are
liquid
not
oxygen,
anymore
and performance
in default.
enhancers were received to enable immediate mass production. Pilots also fought to protect haulage
Now
vessels
I have
from
to
pirate ships
go back
suspected to be
to
Kumo Crew rivals. The Interstellar Health
other
Organization
system.
has obtained a product sample and confirmed that, despite the name Helix,
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
it is a new variant of the recreational drug Onion Head. As such, the product will be legally classified as Onion Head Gamma Strain when it appears on the market. Despite
Landing gear retracted.
claims of medicinal and psychological benefits, it is likely to be illegal in most systems. President Zachary Hudson, Princess Aisling Duval, and several other political heavyweights have expressed outrage at the open manner by which its ingredients were procured.
Go
Archon
to
Delane, warlord of the
Jamunda.
Kumo Crew, responded, "Every system government
to
generates revenue from the pharmaceutical trade, so the holier-than-thou attitude from these hypocrites turns my stomach. Helix brings happiness
Yeah.
and provides income for my people.
How do I
I make no apologies.
hand this thing?
Rewards for pilots who contributed to this campaign are now available at Kumo City in the Pegasus Sector PNTC 314
I'm
system.
playing with the
Marlinist colonies
my
face
joypad
political division.
and
The Marlinist Consulate, established to
and the
represent
mouse.
Marlinists across the galaxy, has triggered political
Frameshift drive charging.
instability among the
it's
colonies.
really
Local
impossible
newsfeed,
to
the Marlin
play
Standard detailed the
this
situation.
game
The
without the
formation of the
joypad.
Marlinist Consulate will shortly
I really wish
complete with
this-
the public election of its
This
leader.
whole
the Prime Consul
flying stuff could be more
will serve as the official Marlinist representative to the
easily
superpowers,
done in
establish foreign
third
embassies
person
and make
and not
wide-reaching
first
diplomatic
person.
decisions.
I really
One of the
hate
two
this.
leading candidates is Verity Dexter from the Marlinist
Like
Reformation
the-
Party.
Incoming mission critical message.
Who promises to speak for the neo-Marlinist.
Fuel scooping.
spaceship captain.
The Free Marlinist movement's
Not the
candidate,
actual,
Kayode Tau, directly opposed
Fuel scooping complete.
since the position. Senator
pilot
Lorcan Scordato
myself.
has championed Dexter's bid, proposing that she be recognized as an imperial patron to represent
don't like this
pro-Marlinist
system.
citizens of the Empire. Despite many protests, Chancellor
Get
Blaine
out
concurred that
of the sun.
patronage is within the purview of individual senators. Some Marlinists see this as a chance to finally obtain influence in the Senate after centuries of being marginalized. Others are enraged at neo-Marlinists gaining legitimacy and acting as the NMLA's political wing. The rift has affected Parliament, where First Minister Fairfax again urged Minister Aaron White to cease
So this game
representing the
received
NMA and hand over all information to ACT.
an update recently.
White retorted that his diplomatic breakthroughs would soon make
Was
the
it called
counter-terrorism
Horizon or
unit
something?
redundant.
I don't know.
The
I don't
story
play
of
this game very
Onionhead.
much.
A new product being manufactured
I'm
by
just
the Kumo
trying
crew
to
could be a version of
understand
Onionhead,
a little
the
bit of it,
controversial
but I really
recreational
hate
drug. Dr. Himari
this,
Gray,
this
an
control stuff.
independent
And
healthcare
now I'm
analyst,
playing
published
solo.
this review on Vox
Otherwise,
Galactica. Little is
there's
yet
a
known
lot
about
of
Helix, but the persistent rumor that it is derived from
other
Onionhead
ships
has
in
sparked
the
keen
universe.
interest from
There's
physicians,
gankers,
politicians, and narcotics
there's
users alike.
NPCs,
Onionhead's active ingredient
not
is
a whole
extracted
lot
from
of
plant
them.
seeds found only on Panem in the Kappa Fornakis system. Its psychotropic and hallucinogenic
there's
qualities
not
are
like
well documented,
many
but there is conflicting evidence
gankers
regarding
in
addictive strength and
space or
toxicology.
camping
This
at
didn't stop it being
stations.
banned in the
There's no
Federation in
gates, so you can jump
3300 by former President Jasmine Houthi,
everywhere.
who was concerned about its popularity among youth culture.
The
Political
only gate in
fireworks
this
followed when
game is
Fleet Admiral
like the
Vincent
sun
bombed Onionhead
of
crops
each
against her
system,
orders, which
because
5 years
that's
later led to the
where
sign of Panem
people
terrorists seeking
land.
revenge. Production soon shifted to the Tanmark system, where the
And
Nukan
there is
Onionhead strain boosted
no
its popularity. 2 further variants have appeared since, a result of enterprising genetic engineers modifying the seeds to
local
flourish
chat,
in different ecospheres.
as in here, is
Could
not
Helix
so
be another
immediate.
strain? The Interstellar Health Organization is currently acquiring samples for analysis, so we'll soon know if this
And you
marks
need
a
to
new
see
chapter
up
in
in the right,
Onionhead's notorious story. Scrivener's clan abandons the Hesperus. Pilots Federation alert. The dredger belonging to the Scrivener's clan has left the Perseus Dark Region KCVC-22 system, where the Hesperus megaship is located. The 200-year-old ghost ship, once owned by Azimuth Biochemicals, was discovered in April when the nomadic clan began salvaging it for materials and data. Eric Gunnarsson of the Wallglass Investigations Agency speculated, when the Scriveners laid claim to the Hesperus, I expected only a cloud of fragments would remain. But their salvage operation has been prematurely abandoned after stripping the megaship's innards and leaving behind a mostly intact hull. Why have they done this? Perhaps because this particular dredger clan avoids outsiders. Public interest in the Hesperus inspired thousands of curious travelers to see it for themselves, potentially drawing more scrutiny than the secretive tribe could bear.
Delacy, Quebec Uniform Echo. Federal flight control is now online. Follow section docking procedures and report confines. Unable, Commander. You
The
are too far
Scriveners
away.
detected richer
Resubmit
pickings
within
elsewhere,
range.
either fresh
Hopefully,
resources for the dredger to consume
Shut
or new
man.
information for their knowledge core.
Locals.
In theory,
How
they
many
could still be
people
tracked
are
down
in
as their
locals?
vessel's hyperdrive has a similar
I no
range to
idea.
modern-day fleet carriers.
There
We
is
know very
no-
little about the Scriveners, and even less about other clans. However, with the recent appearance of the Blue Viper Club dredger at Kumo City, I'm hopeful more
don't
may
know.
be revealed about these roaming societies.
But you see, there is no
Kumo Crew initiative to produce new commodity.
overlaying
Pilots
chat in this
Federation
game.
alert. The Kumo
you
Crew
don't know
Syndicate is
what's
requesting
going
deliveries to
on
mass
in
produce
this
a
system.
recreational drug named Helix. The drug is believed to originate with the Blue Viper Club, a nomadic
have
clan
to
traveling aboard an ancient dredger
watch
that recently appeared near Kumo City Station. Arch Corsair K. Venantine, representing the Kumo Council.
Trespass what?
Trespass alert. This is a restricted facility, Commander. Leave the station confines or you will be removed by force.
Provided details to local newsfeed the Pegasus Sentinel.
Attention, please observe safe clearance distances.
Helix will change lives across the galaxy. Derived from high-quality organic crops, and with many medicinal and psychological benefits, it is guaranteed to bring contentment. All we need to
I got,
kickstart manufacture are deliveries of
trespass,
agronomic treatment, liquid oxygen, and performance enhancers to Kumo City in the Pegasus Sector PNTC-314 system. The Kumo Council
Anonymous
also offers
access.
generous bounties on all
What the
wanted
hell
ships
is
to
this?
protect traders carrying these commodities. Many authorities have registered.
Request denied. Decrease range and submit again.
concerned that this will exacerbate drug addiction and misuse, which are common social problems. However, some markets have shown interest in the potential new product. Vox Galactica has reported rumors that Helix may be a previously unknown strain of onion head, a highly popular psychedelic. It remains unknown whether the Blue Viper Club cultivated Helix aboard their dredger or acquired it from another source.
Before, so it's
Independent spreads from
the
a
first thing
Zaylachu
I
system.
done.
Pilots Federation alert.
So I don't
The
understand why
Zaylachu Free Faction has defeated the forces of
that
Nietzsche
didn't work.
Incorporated and retained independence from the Federation. As a result, the Zaylachu, LFTA-24, LHS-277 and LTT-3919 systems have confirmed their independent status. The victory also inspired the coalition of Uterine, LP-72663 and Gluscap Labour factions to secede from the Federation, affecting all systems under their control. Mayor Constanza Noguera, leader of a...
Access granted. Make your way to landing pad number 04.
Zaylachu Free, declared. A federation that abuses the rights of its people has no authority. With the help of our loyal supporters, we've made a stand for dignity and civil rights. The situation has caused turmoil in Congress, with President Zachary Hudson being criticized for his inability to contain this rebellion. Shadow President
It's a
Felicia
complete
Winters
mess,
responded
this
to
game.
accusations that she orchestrated
this
the
game is a
seceding
complete
factions.
mess.
I support their rejection of our harsh surveillance laws, but not their methods of protest. I have no wish to see the Federation lose member systems for any reason. Pilots who supported the Zaylachu Free Faction can collect their rewards at Eratosthenes Ring Station. Thargoid cultists prepare for...
Ground crew on standby. Regulate your speed, Commander.
Just voyages. 3 megaships are being populated by the Thargoid cult, part of their latest effort to recruit members and find their alien deity. The first vessel, the Testament, will serve as a missionary ship and journey throughout the core systems, attempting to
Landing gear deployed.
new followers to the Thargoid worshipping sect. While the mystical cult is typically secretive in nature, Vox Galactica obtained a quote from a member named the Second Witness of the 70th chapter. The masses are deaf to the voice of the Far God. What you see as alien monsters, we view as messengers from a very real multi-dimensional being. The Testament will help us carry the word of its imminent arrival. 2 other megaships have been outfitted for long-range journeys. The Perdition and the Sacrosanct will carry many thousands of cultists on what they view as a pilgrimage to the Far God. Dr. Alfred E.
Docking confirmed. Securing ship.
Anonymous
Welcome to the
Access
station, Commander.
Protocol.
a leading exotheologian and expert on the religion, commented,
Paying
"This fringe
outstanding
creed, which
fines
has
as
survived endless
authority
abuse and
contact will
attacks, has now
deactivate
reached a surprising level of organization.
anonymity
Most of us
protocols
associate the Thargoids
and
with death and
restore
destruction,
full
making
port
it all the more
service
remarkable that these people see
access.
only divinity. Federal forces
What
combat
the
new
hell
rebellion.
is going
Pilots Federation
on?
alert. In the Kuimba system, the Federation is fighting to prevent further
Anonymous
factions from
access
declaring
protocol.
independence. New Kuimba labor has broken ties with the Federation
What
in
the
protest against
hell?
the government's civil surveillance program. Nichotet for
Mission board.
Equality, a local federal faction, has been tasked to degrade the rebelling faction's military strength. President Zachary Hudson made a brief public announcement. I call upon all federal auxiliaries to aid in this conflict.
Complete.
The reputation of the Federation cannot be so easily tarnished by such criminal action. Governor Sonal Mishra,
So-
the leader of New Kuemba Labour, also requested assistance.
Do we want
The Federal Accord is no
credit,
longer fit for purpose. We require support to make a stand
reputation,
against this violation of our constitutional rights. 3 other federal
or
factions are about to
influence?
declare themselves as independent sovereign states. Selkana Labour, United Hip
Give me some credits.
108095 Values Party, and Mutual Future.
Akle
These
Anton
control a
Chandler?
combined
You are really
total of
shining
28
example.
systems. However, 2 recently
Blah,
seceded
blah, blah, with
factions,
success
the
like this,
coalition
we
of
can
Uterine and
maximize,
Glasgow Labour, are
So there is a
considering
system
rejoining the Federation,
similar to
depending
Evil
on the
Line
result of the
in
Kuwemba conflict.
reputation, where you
Pro-independence
can
pilots can
access
support New Kuwemba Labour by
higher
delivering combat bombs to Gagnon port station. Federal auxiliaries
higher
can fight on behalf of
paying
each Shutter for
contracts.
equality by handing in combat bonds at the Fortress Liberty megaship. Superpowers respond to new Onion Head. The Alliance, Empire and Federation have clarified their official positions
recommended
regarding the
that no mission
emergence
or
of Onion
contract
Head
could be
Gamma strain.
awarded to
All variants of
anonymous
the popular psychedelic
buyers.
drug remain illegal within federal space. Ambassador
I've no
Jasmina Halsey,
idea
who was president in 3300 when
why
the
the
ruling
hell
was made,
I'm
announced,
anonymous.
I am pleased that my decision to outlaw Onion Head stands. I still maintain that it leads to experimentation with more dangerous
No idea
narcotics,
what this is.
and we must steer our youth away from that path. The Empire has also declared Onion Head illegal, despite rumors that it is imported by the wealthiest citizens for private use. Princess Aisling Duval told the media, "It was insulting enough that Delane was allowed into the Galactic Summit, but
Passenger
now he's
lounge.
peddling filthy drugs and pretending it's
Relocation
medicine. I
organizer
only pray that nobody
directs.
loses a loved one to such
We
poison,
are not in
as
the
I have.
habit of hiring
The
mystery
Alliance has not made a
pilots.
broad ruling regarding Onion Head, which is illegal in the majority of member systems, but available in those
Still
classified
no
as having
idea
anarchy
what is going
governments.
on.
However, Deputy Prime Minister Angela Corcoran addressed the issue. As
Authority
with most trade,
conduct.
we defer to the
You can
legislation
pay
of
off local
authorities.
fines
But we are in
and
contact with
hand
the
bounty
IHO and are
vouchers
keeping a
and
close eye
claim
on the
trade
situation.
dividends.
Onion Head Gamma
Authority
strain
conduct.
remains on sale in selected systems governed by
Commander,
industrial anarchy
you have an
factions.
outstanding find.
Marlinists in crisis after starport bombings. The
Okay.
NMLA's attacks
and
against the
now
Marlinist colonies
we
have
pay
caused
our
mass casualties,
fine.
disruption and political chaos. More than 35,000 civilians were killed in the attacks, with twice as many suffering
I'm not
injuries and
anymore
caustic burns.
anonymous.
Safeguard Interstellar is providing vital supplies to survivors, and evacuations of Stillman Hub and Tillman Point stations are ongoing. First Minister Jenna Fairfax has been confirmed dead. Minister Amrita Ross has temporarily assumed leadership, but the Marlinist Parliament has been destabilized by heated accusations between its members.
The
The
transport.
Marlinist Constabulary has tightened
We have
security,
some other contracts,
and ACT
and
is running
this
urgent
is
investigations.
really nice.
Captain Milo Castile told the media,
1,800,000.
"This was undoubtedly the work of Theta Group, the NMLA's
But
weapons
this is
specialists.
what I
We have
mean
found
for
evidence that
illegal.
local
Passengers may be
neo-Marlinist
wanted
supporters
in
provided
multiple
logistical
systems.
support, and arrests are forthcoming. However, as always, the terrorists covered their tracks
Passenger
remarkably well.
traced, unfazed by
Alliance and
danger.
Federation leaders have sent messages
Laybacks,
of condolence
delays are
and offers of
unlikely
medical
to
aid.
affect
Prime
passenger
Consul Coyote
satisfaction,
Tao
low
is
value
liaising with
target.
both superpowers to coordinate relief efforts.
Passengers are
In the
likely to
Empire,
be
from
sold
which
by
the
hostile
Marlinists
forces.
fled as
With this
refugees
interest
in
in secretive things will
3306, there are
greatly
mixed
reduce
reactions.
passenger
Some wish to
satisfaction.
extend protection to
And
former
how
imperial
do you avoid
citizens,
being
while
scammed?
others see it as poetic justice
By
for their Republican
flying,
beliefs creating
perfect.
the NMLA.
Any error will
Rebellion spreads across
get you
federal
scanned
systems.
down.
New Coimbra Labour,
And it's
which
really
controls 5
easy to
systems,
get
has
yourself
triggered a second
scanned
wave
down.
of secession by severing ties with the Federation. Following the victory of the Azela Chu Free,
Reward
a minority of
choices.
federal factions are breaking away
1,800,000
from the superpower in protest against
credits.
its civil surveillance laws.
Biotech
Governor Sonal
conductors
Mishra of New
units
Coimbra Labour
or
made this statement.
influence
The federal government has
and
granted itself draconian powers to
700
spy on
grand.
its own citizens.
Minimum
Regrettably,
cabin
the
class
only way to
economy
avoid this is to withdraw
and
from the
passenger
federal
count
accord.
2.
I urge the President to respect our wishes and accept our
We have
sovereign
to deliver
status.
these
In
2
response,
passengers
President Zachary
to
Hudson
Epsilon
ordered Governor
Indy
Mishra to abide by
at
constitutional
74
law
light
or face
years
the
and
consequences.
north
He
is
has also redirected the
190 light
Fortress Liberty
years,
megaship to the Coimbra system.
which is
Political
something
commentators
like
believe that 3 other democratic federal factions are ready to follow the example of New Coimbra Labour. If this occurs, up to 28 further
1
systems could become
minute
independent
per,
as a result. There are also
10 light
reports that
years,
influential leaders within the
or
coalition
less,
of Uteran
I
and
don't know,
Glasgow
it's
Labour,
like
which both
it's
recently
multiple,
seceded, have
it's
expressed
jump
regret about leaving
through
the
multiple
Federation.
systems.
The
We have
congressman
some
who previously represented
we
them
can
believe
jump,
that
I
these factions
believe,
could be
around
swayed to return.
30 light years with this ship. So we
NMLA
have to
attacks
make
Marlinist
3 stops.
starports. Pilots Federation
for the
alert.
first one,
The NMLA has bombed 2 starports in the HIP 22550 and Hyades sector OPB-66 systems
stop
in the
for
Marlinist
the
colonies.
second one.
Explosive
so
devices were
15
detonated at both Stillman
stops,
Hub and Tillman
10
Point
minutes
stations.
each.
As is characteristic
It's
of
like
weapons used by the NMLA,
almost 2 hours to
caustic
complete
enzyme
this mission.
payloads caused widespread corrosive damage. The combined
yeah,
death
it's a
toll
lot.
is in the tens of thousands,
2
with
hours
many
to
more
complete this
injured.
mission.
There are
And you have
unconfirmed
12
reports
hours
that
to
First
complete
Minister
this
Jenna
mission.
Fairfax
Maybe you
is
can do
among the
it in 1
fatalities.
hour, but it's
The
2
following
ways.
message was broadcast via NMLA
Not
propaganda
that
channels.
easy.
Why are they bombing
This
their
one
own
has
homes?
5
Why would Peter
passengers.
Seven kill his own people? Because they are not our homes, not my people.
Right.
They are prisons, not colonies, where traitors to the cause beg for scraps from those who
Estimated
exiled them.
arrival points
True Marlinists will never
light
stop
seconds.
fighting until the Republic of Akana is restored.
And
The attacks are
system
believed to be in
is
response to
pretty
Verity
near.
Dexter failing to win a public vote to lead the Marlinist consulate, where she would have
Contract rank
represented the NMLA
tycoon
political wing.
exceeds your
Prime
current
Consul
rank.
Coyote Tau, the elected
dealer.
candidate, announced, I call upon the galactic community to
Higher
provide
rank
humanitarian
contracts are
aid to
offered
Stillman
as
Hub
your
in HIP
reputation
22550
increases.
and Tillman Point in Hyades sector OPB-66. We urgently require ships to evacuate the people trapped
Transfer
within these
criminal
starports to
masterminds
safety.
to Littlewood Terminal.
Far God Megaship
So the
initiative
problem
concludes.
is
Pilots
that
Federation alert. Independent pilots have
depending
supported the Far God
on
cult by delivering commodities to the Panjabel system. The Pleiades Concordat paid for shipments of auto fabricators, emergency power cells and insulating
criminal,
membrane transported to Moore Hub Station. These will
um,
be used to outfit megaships that will be populated by the Thargoid-worshipping cultists.
reputation you get
Local
for
reporters spoke to one of the
being
sect's
scanned
newest
down,
converts, Leonard
you'll
Yates
risk
from Agassiz
being
Settlement,
blown
now
up
known as
by
the 89th
the
adherent
station
of the 60th
differences,
chapter. The
the,
beneficence
like,
of the
Concord
galactic community
forces,
is
and
deeply
you lose your ship.
appreciated. Our missionary megaship, the
in this
Testament,
game,
will help
ships
carry
are
news of the
bloody
oncoming
expensive.
apocalypse to every system. The other megaships, the Perdition and the
As you see,
Sacrosanct, will
transport
soon embark on a
pay
holy
a good
pilgrimage.
amount of
They will carry thousands
cash.
of us faithful worshippers into the void to commune with the far God and hasten its arrival. Pilots who contributed to the Pleiades Concordat's initiative can now collect their rewards from Moore Hub and Panjabel system. Aegis investigated after megaship loss. The superpowers had partly suspended
So
Aegis and
ship
authorized an
transfer. I
inquiry
just
into
have
the
3
Alexandria
ships.
megaship, which disappeared in hyperspace. Freelance journalist Alexei Keel reported on this
I
development
have
for
this.
Vox
This
Galactica.
is like
Public
the
opinion
Eagle is
regarding
like
Aegis has always been
a
checkered,
frigate,
but its founding governments
combat ship.
insisted that it played a vital defensive
Then I
role
have
against the
a
Thargoids. The tragic
Spoiler,
loss of the Alexandria,
that is used
carrying
to
thousands of crew members and valuable Guardian artifacts, has now
All,
raised questions about the organization's competence. The Alliance,
people and
Empire and
such,
Federation
and
have
the
jointly ordered an
Sidewinder
independent
is
inquiry
like
to determine the
the
facts about the Alexandria.
one of the first
Many
ships
Aegis
available.
operations were shut down, and detailed investigations have begun. Professor Albert Tesreau and other senior members have already been forced to resign. Part of the
these are
reason
the
for
prices
such scrutiny is the emergence of the
ships in
anonymous
this
Salvation,
game. It's like
who many view as
17
running an
million
alternative
for
anti-Xeno effort.
Type 7
Some security
transporter.
agencies suspect him to be the leader of
What
an
you have
Aegis
to look
splinter group
at
composed of
is
rogue agents and stolen resources.
FSD
Federal
range.
surveillance sabotages independence. Communications intercepted by the
improve it,
Proactive Detection Bureau are being used to
around
prevent further
9
factions
light
from
years
using the Federation.
or
A report by the
about
Civil
10
Rights
light years.
Organization Advocacy proves that the Federal Intelligence Agency is targeting pro-independence individuals via their private messages. In many cases, they are being arrested for planning to commit crimes against the Constitution.
14
Deputy
million
Director
federal
Bethany Blake,
dropship
who runs the PDB, gave a statement to the media. I
transporter.
can confirm that gathering such intelligence
gunship,
is within our legal remit. Unilateral declarations of independence are
multi-crew
criminal
ship.
acts that violate the federal accord. Therefore, we
so
are
the
identifying
Sidewinder
perpetrators
is
before they cause harm,
around
which is precisely what
32,000
our surveillance
credits.
network was established to do. In Congress, Vice President Jerome Archer defended the PDB for boosting arrest rates and saving lives. However, Congressman
And
Bizeng remarked that the
it's
PDB
not-
was incapable of locating the NMLA,
Not
but
bad. You
fantastic
can do
at finding enemies
some
among our
stuff
own
with
people
it
that didn't previously
and
exist.
earn
Both President Hudson and Shadow President
some
Winters have
cash.
personally contacted the leaders of many systems within
And
their
it
spheres of
has,
influence, aiming to address their concerns and
utility
convince them
mounts,
not to secede from the Federation.
optional internal.
New Onion Head variant reaches the market. Pilots Federation alert.
Life support,
Onion Head
but
Gamma strain
you
is now
can't,
available in selected industrial anarchy systems. Following the Kumo Council's initiative, enough product was manufactured to supply approximately 10% of all industrial-based
ship,
markets controlled by
people with
anarchic
it.
factions.
The
Unlike
hauler on the
previous
other end,
versions
it's
of Onion Head, this
52,000.
variant is not listed as a rare commodity. Adeline Cross, a journalist for Vox
It
Galactica,
has
reported,
optional internal.
Onion Head Gamma
It's
strain
cargo
is
rack
being marketed to the public for
with
medicinal use,
so
but
it
most
has
customers
4
are
and
under no
4
illusions regarding its real benefits.
capacity
The
and can
Coalition
be
for
used
Legalization
to
claims that
store
it is no more harmful or addictive than alcohol
items.
or coffee, with potential psychological and palliative benefits. This
you,
has not
you can
prevented many authorities,
swap
especially in
that
the Federation,
for,
from demanding that it remain universally outlawed. It is currently illegal in all but anarchy jurisdictions. There are serious concerns that
people,
it may act as a gateway drug to more harmful
people
substances.
cabins.
Security services are also unhappy about the extra revenue flowing
So the
into
Cobra
Archon Delane's
was,
coffers.
I think
Some
I'm
logistics
in a
experts
Cobra,
noted that Onion Head
and
Gamma
so this
strain
is a
was
pretty
distributed
expensive
with
ship,
surprising speed. It
and
is
I
already being
have
reported as
like
available from the following
16
systems:
cargo
Anichi,
rack.
Arazwar, Gishbako, Narstrand, and Nokori. It's been suggested that Sirius
And when you
Corporation
go
is secretly ferrying
to
shipments of the drug via its freight
300,000
transportation network and is part of the deal
grams,
between the
then
Kumo
you go
crew
to
and Blue
Type
Viper
6
Club.
transporter,
Sinclair Ferrazzo, VP of Corporate Marketing, rejected this claim as absurd and
which
libelous.
has a good range and has a lot more cargo
Initiative to
space.
outfit Far God megaships. Pilots Federation alert. The Pleiades Concordat has requested deliveries to support the Far God
And
cult
it's
in the
expensive.
Panjabel system. Members of
Then
the
the
secretive
Tibet
Thargoid
is
worshipping
3
sect
million.
have gathered in huge numbers and are preparing to outfit one or
And
more
the Scout
megaships for religious
is
purposes. Although the cult has
3
no official
million,
spokespeople,
almost 4
local
million,
news feeds
as
carried a brief message from one of its senior
is
members, known only as
one
the
of
first herald of the
the
58th
best
chapter.
ship available
faithful
to
have hidden in the
explore
shadows for
this
too
game,
long.
to enjoy this game.
Now is the time
So
to
I'm
reach
now
out
at
and welcome
like
the Far
1
God
million
with
my
the support
balance,
of
so
our
I
friends
cannot
in the
afford to
Pleiades
buy
Concordat.
X
The first megaship,
ASP
the
Scout.
Testament, will
I'd
be a
like
missionary
to
vessel to spread the
save
word to
some
all
money to
humankind.
get
If we are blessed enough
ASP
to obtain
Scout.
commodities for more megaships, these will be sent on a pilgrimage into deep space
has
to
a
commune
really
with the Far
good
God. The
range.
Pleiades Concordat has requested that pilots deliver auto-fabricators, emergency power cells,
Or
and insulating
better,
membrane to more hub in the Panjabel
The
system.
ASP
Far God
Explorer
believers
is
are
6
generally
million, has
accepted to be
14
non-threatening,
light
albeit
years
controversial
range.
due to their reverence of the Thargoids. As the cultists are routinely targeted by anti-Xeno extremists, the Pleiades Concordat
Or if you
has
are
placed
into
bounties
serious
on all wanted
transport,
ships to protect deliveries.
The Type 7 is
Free Marlinist candidate wins
I think
election. Pilots
the
Federation
biggest
alert. Coyote
hauler
Tau has been elected as
freighter
prime consul for the
available.
Marlinists,
You don't have
following
this
a
many
successful
ships, and
data delivery
each
initiative.
station
The
can
candidate from the
add
Free
some
Marlinist movement
particular
faction received more public votes
kind
than
of
rival
ships,
nominee
but
Verity
overall
Dexter.
there's
His
not
campaign was
really a
supported
lot.
by deliveries of anomalous bulk scan data and unusual encrypted files in greater quantities. Prime Consul Tau
So
will now
my
serve
ship,
as the lead ambassador for the
I
Marlinist
believe it's
colonies
Cobra,
in all dealings
but
with the
I'm not,
superpowers.
I
He
don't
gave
remember
this
what
statement to the media. The
kind of
Marlinist
ships I'm
consulate
flying.
will act to preserve our colony's independence and improve diplomatic relations with the rest of the galaxy. Let me be clear, we do not represent the extremist views of neo-Marlinism. Our consuls will assist all efforts
What's
to
my ship?
eliminate the NMLA. In the Marlinist Parliament, Minister Aaron White protested that ignoring the neo-Marlinist fringe was a provocative
Ship
act that
specs,
could inflame
uh,
further violence. First
doesn't
Minister
say
Jenna
a
Fairfax
lot.
called for the result of the
It
democratic
doesn't even
vote to
tell
be
the
respected.
name of my ship.
Pilots who supported Coyote Tau can now collect their rewards from Tillman Point in the Hyades Sector ROPB-66 system. Federation threatened by further secession. More federal factions are considering declaring independence following the recent conflict in the Azelachu system. Sofia Trevino, political journalist with the Federal Times, published an overview of the situation.
Passenger
When
cabins.
Azelachu Free seceded in reaction to the government's surveillance laws, it inspired 3 other factions to do the same,
So, yeah.
making 10 systems
In order
and a
to
billion
be
people
able
independent.
to ship
Superpowers
passengers,
routinely gain
I
and
need
lose systems via local politics,
passenger cabin.
but this was a rare instance of member factions abandoning their fealty. The newly sovereign nations have severed all links with the Proactive Detection Bureau, so their communications are no longer being monitored.
So let's say
Despite broad
I'd
public
like
support for the
to
Domestic Counter-Terrorism Act, many citizens
swap
still consider personal privacy to be a constitutional right.
or
Dozens of other factions are now considering independence.
take
This
out.
affects only a small
I
percentage
don't
of
know
the
how to do
systems
it.
under federal control, but is highly embarrassing for President Hudson as well as Shadow President Winters. Her organized resistance to the surveillance laws is what inspired factions to secede. Advocacy, the civil rights organization, claims that the Federal Intelligence Agency has begun arresting secessionist ringleaders under spurious charges. If true, it suggests that the government will go to any lengths to prevent a full-scale rebellion spreading throughout the Federation. IHO reports on new onion head variant. The Interstellar Health Organization has published a preliminary analysis of onion head gamma strain, a recreational drug also known as Helix. As with the alpha,
Module
beta,
storage
and
and
leucan
share
strains,
storage.
the active component
this
is
is
derived from
share
seeds
storage.
produced by the onion head flower native to the planet Parnum. These contain alkaloid
Are,
compounds that have a temporary
available
psychoactive effect
all
on human
throughout
perceptions
your,
and cognitive functions. In the gamma strain,
the
these compounds
galaxy.
have been
So
genetically modified
I
using
have
synthetic molecules
for the
of unknown
business
origin.
class
This
passenger
has
cabin
diluted the
already,
concentration of
and it
psychotropics,
takes
therefore
5 minutes,
producing
I
less
believe.
intense hallucinogenic episodes. The practical
to
advantages of these modifications are twofold. First, they allow onion head to be
Be
economically
delivered,
mass-produced using artificial
optional
environments rather than
internal
grown as natural
cargo
crops.
racks not
Second,
empty.
the gamma strain is more
What
hardy
the hell
and
do
able
I
to
have in my
survive for
cargo
longer
racks?
periods
I
in
have no
storage or
idea.
sub-zero temperatures. Dr. Himari
So
Gray, an independent
cannot,
healthcare analyst, commented,
store my cargo
the
racks
IHO's
because I
report
have
suggests we are
something
looking at a type of onion head designed to be
into
sold in
my
greater volume than
cargo
previous
racks.
variants. Its sophisticated composition means it is unlikely to have been developed by the Blue Viper Club. It's possible that the Nomads acquired it from an unidentified research facility and have now cut a deal with the
So,
Kumo crew for
What the
distribution.
hell do I have in my
Galactic Mysteries, the Far God Cult. The
My
enigmatic
cargo?
Thargoid worshipping religious order is examined by Eric Gunnarsson
how
of the
do I
Wallblass
see what do I have in
Investigations
my cargo?
Agency.
I have no idea.
Of all the myriad faiths practiced across the galaxy, the Far God cult is one of the strangest and least understood. But in recent years it has grown from a fringe sect to a widespread religion. Its central tenet is that an unknowable being exists beyond our dimension, the Far God. What we call the Thargoids are its heralds, preparing for when it descends from hyperspace to instantly wipe out all life. This apocalyptic creed therefore attracts
So
people
you have
who
no
have nothing to
inventory
live for
here.
and who find purpose in awaiting
So-
Armageddon. The cult has no official name or spokespeople, and its followers willingly replace their names with titles such as adherent, disciple,
We
and
go
witness.
into commodities
This
market.
dehumanizing approach includes its members wearing
And
simple
say
black robes
sell.
and making their hive chapels resemble Thargoid biotechnology, complete with ammonia fumes. Despite praying to an alien species, this is not the Thargoid fifth column many feared it
See,
to
there
be.
is
In fact, they are
cargo
pacifistic
capacity here.
fatalists, expecting death and never offering resistance. This has caused them to be victimized by other doomsayer cults, anti-Xeno activists, and
But
even the
you
Federal
can
Intelligence
see
Agency.
what is
Yet their serene
inside.
patience has allowed them to survive. The discovery of two abandoned
Okay, so
void
I can
temples in the
filter
Etane system provided an insight into the cultists'
out.
mindset. Here can be heard the final testaments of people willingly entombed in suspended animation to await the Far God's arrival. More recently, there are reports of several chapters of the sect
Cargo
migrating to
capacity,
the Panjabel system. This is controlled by the Pleiades Concordat, a theocracy devoted to the Far God, so perhaps it is preparing something bigger, or
There's
stranger
nothing.
than we've seen before. Data required for Marlinist election. Pilots Federation alert. Rival candidates have requested deliveries of data to help secure their bids to lead the Marlinist consulate. The Marlinist colonies are voting for who will be elected as their prime consul. This influential role will diplomatically represent all Marlinists and make broad decisions on their behalf. The first candidate is Verity Dexter from the Marlinism Reformation Party, which is acting as the NMLA political wing. She has the support of Senator Lorcan Scordato to be made an imperial patron. I am in a unique position to finally provide our people with a voice in the Imperial
Great,
Senate
where's
and
my...
to speak for Neo-Marlinists.
Where's my stuff?
As Prime Consul, I will negotiate a permanent peace with the NMLA. The second candidate, Coyote Tao of the Free Marlinist movement, is focused on sustaining the Marlinist colonies. Neo-Marlinism and terrorism have no place within our Republican ideals. I will strive to keep our systems independent and to protect the rights of peaceful Marlinists
Inventory
everywhere.
panel.
In
The
order to
inventory
help
tab
secure
shown
their
in the right
campaigns,
side panel
both
displays any
candidates
commodities
have
currently
requested
in the
deliveries
cargo
of anomalous
hold.
bulk scan data and unusual encrypted files.
This includes
Shipments
identity
for Verity
quantity,
Dexter
legality,
should be
inquiry
delivered to
system,
Stillman
whether
Hub
a
in the
shipment is
HIP
stolen, and blah 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 blah.
22550 system, while those
So,
for Coyote Tau are
okay,
expected at
the
Tillman Point in the
inventory.
Hyades sector are OPB-6-2 system. The Alliance, Empire and Federation have
So,
recognized the Marlinist
the
consulate as
inventory
an ambassadorial body and agreed that the election of its prime consul is a strictly internal matter. Kumo Crew campaign starts drug production.
No.
Pilots Federation alert. The Kumo Crew Syndicate has procured
that?
enough materials to introduce a new
Mm,
product
that's
to the
no.
market. The drug originated with the Blue Viper Club, a piratical traveling
Inventory.
community whose dredger is currently in the vicinity of Kumo City Station.
Ship
It was
cargo.
confirmed that enough shipments of agronomic
Limpets.
treatment, liquid oxygen, and performance enhancers were received to enable immediate mass production. Pilots also fought to
Alright,
protect haulage
alright. I
vessels
have,
from pirate ships suspected to be
limpets,
Kumo crew rivals. The Interstellar Health
self-propelled interface
Organization has
devices that
obtained
can
a
be
product
programmed by
sample
control
and
module
confirmed
to
that,
perform
despite
a
the name
variety of
Helix, it is a
functions.
new variant of the recreational drug Onion Head. As such, the product will be legally classified as Onion Head Gamma strain when it appears on
Destroy.
the market. Despite claims of medicinal and psychological benefits, it is
Handbook.
likely to be illegal in most systems. President Zachary Hudson, Princess Aisling Duval and several other political heavyweights have expressed
Filter.
outrage at the open manner by which its ingredients were procured.
Transfer. What do
Archon
you want?
Warlord of the Kumo Crew, responded, "Every system government generates revenue from the pharmaceutical trade, so the holier-than-thou
Hopper
attitude
is
from these
empty.
hypocrites turns my stomach.
Materials.
Helix brings happiness and
Data.
provides income for my people.
Synthesis.
I make no apologies.
No cabins.
Rewards for pilots who contributed to this campaign are now available at Kumo City in the Pegasus Sector PNTC-314 system.
How do I sell my limpets?
Marlinist
If I want to
colonies face
swap the
political
limpets,
division. The Marlinist consulate, established to represent Marlinists across the galaxy, has triggered political instability among the colonies.
why do I
Local
want to
newsfeed
open
The
the
Marlin Standard
galaxy map?
detailed the situation.
And why can
The
I only
formation of the
destroy
Marlinist
them?
consulate will shortly conclude with the public election of its leader. The Prime Consul will serve as the official Marlinist representative to the superpowers, establish foreign embassies, and make wide-reaching diplomatic decisions. One of the two leading candidates is Verity Dexter from the Marlinism Reformation Party, who promises to speak for the Neo-Marlinist fringe. The Free Marlinist movement's candidate, Coyote Tau, directly opposes the position. Senator Lorcan Scordato has championed
I have no
Dexter's
idea.
bid, proposing that she be recognized as an imperial patron to represent pro-Marlinist citizens of the Empire. Despite many protests, Chancellor Blame concurred that patronage is within the purview of individual senators. Some Marlinists see this as a chance to finally obtain
this
influence in the Senate, after centuries of being
Repair,
marginalized.
restore.
Others are
Stop.
enraged at neo-Marlinists gaining legitimacy and acting as the NMLA's political wing. The rift has affected Parliament, where First Minister Fairfax again urged Minister Aaron White to cease representing the NMLA and hand over all information to ACT. White retorted that his diplomatic breakthroughs would soon make the counter-terrorism unit redundant. The story of Onion Head. A new product being manufactured by the Kumo crew could be a version of Onion Head, the controversial recreational drug. Dr. Himari Gray, an independent healthcare analyst, published this review on Vox Galactica.
So why I
Little is yet
can't...
known about Helix, but the persistent rumor
Where's
that
my
it is
limpets?
derived from Onion Head has sparked keen interest from physicians, politicians, and narcotics users alike. Onion Head's active
I don't know.
ingredient is extracted from
I have
plant
no
seeds
idea
found
how
only
to
on Panem in the Kappa Fornakis system. Its psychotropic and hallucinogenic
store the
qualities are well
limpets or
documented,
sell the
but there
limpets.
is
These
conflicting
are
evidence
like
regarding
drones, right?
addictive strength
You
and
use
toxicology.
limpets
This
to
didn't stop it being banned in the Federation
mine,
in 3300 by former
I
President
believe
Jasmine Halsey, who was
they're
concerned
used
about
to
its
mine or
popularity
something.
among youth culture. Political fireworks followed when Fleet Admiral Vincent bombed Onion Head crops against her orders, which 5 years later led to the side of Panem terrorists seeking revenge. Production soon shifted to the Tanmark system, where the Lucan Onion Head strain boosted its popularity. 2 further variants have appeared since, a result of enterprising genetic engineers modifying the seeds to flourish in different ecospheres. Could Helix be another strain? The Interstellar Health Organization is currently acquiring samples for analysis, so we'll soon know if this marks a new chapter in Onion Head's notorious story. Scrivener's clan abandons the Hesperus.
limpets.
Pilots Federation alert.
Limpet control.
The dredger belonging to the Scrivener's clan has left the Perseus
Okay,
Dark
so
Region
I can
KCVC-22 system,
sell my
where the Hesperus
limpets
megaship is
in
located.
the
The
restock.
200-year-old ghost
So
ship,
now
once
I
owned by
sold
Azimuth
my
Biochemicals,
limpets,
was discovered
and
in
I
April when the
can,
nomadic clan began salvaging it for
go
materials and
back
data.
to
Eric Gunnarsson of the Wall Glass Investigations Agency speculated, when the Scriveners laid claim to the Hesperus, I expected only a cloud of fragments would remain.
store.
But their salvage operation has been prematurely abandoned after stripping the megaship's innards and
Optional
leaving behind a
internal-
mostly intact hull. Why have they done this? Perhaps because this particular dredger clan avoids outsiders. Public interest in the Hesperus inspired
And I
thousands of
want my
curious travelers to see
business
it for
class
themselves, potentially drawing more scrutiny than the
transfer.
secretive tribe could bear. Alternatively, the Scriveners detected richer pickings elsewhere, either fresh resources for the dredger to consume or new information for their knowledge core.
Now
In theory, they could still be
optional.
tracked down as their vessel's hyperdrive has a similar range to modern-day fleet carriers. We know
So
very
we have
little about the
empty
Scriveners, and
internal.
even less about other clans. However, with the recent appearance of the Blue Viper Club dredger at Kumo City, I'm hopeful more may be revealed about these roaming societies. Kumo Crew initiative to produce new commodity. Pilots Federation alert. The Kumo Crew Syndicate is requesting
Empty
deliveries to
compartment.
mass produce a recreational
Transfer.
drug named Helix. The drug is believed to originate with the Blue Viper Club, a nomadic clan traveling aboard an ancient dredger that recently appeared
modules.
near Kumo City Station. Arch Corsair K. Valentine, representing the Kumo Council, provided details to local newsfeed the Pegasi Sentinel. Helix will change lives
Okay,
across
so I have
the
to
galaxy.
wait 4 minutes
Derived
before
from high-quality
my
organic crops, and with
business
many
class
medicinal and psychological benefits,
cabin
it
is
is guaranteed to bring
delivered
contentment.
to the
All
station,
we need to kickstart manufacture are deliveries of agronomic treatment,
and
liquid oxygen, and performance enhancers to Kumo City
then
and Pegasi Sector
I would be able
PNTC-314 system.
to
The Kumo Council also offers generous bounties on all wanted ships to protect traders carrying these commodities. Many authorities have
contract.
registered concern that this will exacerbate drug addiction and misuse, which are common social problems. However, some markets have shown interest in
84
the
like
potential new
years
product.
and 2
Vox
passengers,
Galactica has reported rumors that Helix may be a previously unknown strain of
20
Onion Head, a highly
tourists,
popular psychedelic. It remains unknown whether the Blue Viper Club cultivated
we can
Helix aboard their
currently
dredger
get
or acquired
another
it from another source.
passenger cabin, and we could be
Independence spreads from a Zelachu system. Pilots Federation alert. The Azelachu Free
Yeah,
Faction
5
has defeated the
passengers.
forces of Nietzsche Incorporated
minimum
and retained
cabin class
independence
business,
from the
5
Federation.
5
As a
passengers.
result,
So this
the
looks like a
Azelachu
good
LFT-824 LHS-277 and
good contract
LTT-3919 systems have confirmed their independent
for
status.
1 hour,
The victory also inspired the
19
coalition
minutes.
of Uteran, LP-7266 and Gluskap Labour factions to secede from the Federation, affecting all systems under their control.
But this say contract rank tycoon exceeds your current rank.
A federation that
Well, it
abuses
looks
the rights
like
of its people has no
I
authority.
can take this.
With the help of our loyal supporters, we've made a stand for dignity and civil rights. The situation has caused turmoil in Congress, with President Zachary Hudson being criticized
Ranger
for his inability
exceeds
to
your
contain
current
this
rank.
rebellion.
Scout
Shadow President Felicia Winters responded to accusations that she orchestrated the seceding factions. I support their rejection of our harsh surveillance laws, but not their
higher rank
methods of
contract
protest.
as offered
I
as
have
your
no wish to
reputation
see the
increases.
Federation lose member systems
So
for
I
any reason. Pilots who
could,
supported the Azaelachi Free
in
faction can collect their
theory,
rewards at
yeah,
Eratosthenes
because
Ring Station.
recommended rank dealer is okay,
Thargoid
but
cultists
I
prepare for religious voyages.
don't
3 megaships are being
have the
populated by the
capacity for
Thargoid
this.
cult, part of their latest effort to recruit members and find their alien deity. The first vessel, the Testament, will serve as a
So
missionary
these
ship
two
and
are
journey
locked.
throughout the core systems, attempting to convert new followers to the Thargoid worshipping sect.
And
While the mystical cult is typically
this
secretive
one
in nature,
also looks
Vox
like
Galactica
it's
obtained a quote from a
locked.
member named the Second Witness of the 70th chapter. The masses are deaf to the voice of the Far God. What you see as alien monsters, we view as messengers from a very real multi-dimensional being. The Testament will help us carry the word
can I
of its imminent
filter
arrival.
out
2 other megaships have been outfitted for long-range journeys. The Perdition and the Sacrosanct will carry many thousands
so
of
there is
cultists on what they view as a
different,
pilgrimage to the Far God.
faction
Dr.
here?
Alfred Ulyanov, a leading exotheologian and expert on the religion,
50
commented,
million.
"This fringe creed, which has survived endless abuse and attacks, has now
I
reached
see
a surprising
this,
level of organization. Most of us
around here.
associate the Thargoids with death and destruction, making it all the more remarkable
5
that these
tourists
people see
seeking
only
transport.
divinity." Federal forces combat new rebellion. Pilots Federation alert. In the Kuiba system, the Federation is fighting to prevent further factions from declaring
I think I
independence.
first have
New
to
Kuiba Labour has broken ties with the Federation in protest against the government's civil
fit
surveillance
my
program. Lead Shotep for Equality,
ship
a local federal faction, has been tasked to degrade the rebelling
the,
faction's military strength. President Zachary Hudson made a brief public announcement. "I call upon all federal
with the
auxiliaries
business
to
class
aid in
module.
this conflict. The
So
reputation of the Federation
it's
cannot be
1
so
minute
easily
left.
tarnished by such criminal action." Governor Sonal Mishra, the leader of New Kuwemba Labour, also requested assistance. The federal accord is no longer fit for purpose.
And I think that
We require support
it
to make a
should,
stand against this
by the way,
violation of our constitutional rights. 3 other federal factions are about to declare themselves as independent sovereign states: Selkana Labour, United Hip 108095 Values Party, and Mutumu Future. These control a combined total of 28 systems.
it's right.
However, 2 recently seceded factions, the coalition of Uteran and Glasgap Labour,
Optional
are
internal.
considering rejoining the Federation, depending on the result of the Kuwemba
Transfer.
conflict. Pro-independence
Business
pilots
class.
can support
Transfer
New
to
Kuwemba
ship.
Labour by delivering combat bonds to Gagnon Port Station. Federal auxiliaries can fight on behalf of Lead Shotep for
Right.
equality by handing in combat bonds at the Fortress Liberty megaship.
So we have a
Superpowers respond to
capacity
new
of
Onion
6,
The
and
Alliance,
theoretically
Empire,
we
and
could
Federation have clarified
another
their official
one
positions regarding the
and
emergence
have a
of Onion
capacity
Head
of
Gamma strain.
12.
All variants of the popular
So
psychedelic
let's
drug
go
remain
back
illegal
to
within federal space. Ambassador Jasmina Halsey,
passenger
who was
lounge
president in 3300
and see
when
what
the ruling
happens
was
now.
made, announced, "I am pleased that my decision to outlaw Onion Head stands. I still maintain
Yeah.
that it leads to
So now looks
experimentation
like
with more dangerous narcotics, and we must steer our youth away from that path. The Empire
I'm
has also
able
declared
to
Onion Head illegal, despite rumors that it is imported by the
make
wealthiest
this,
citizens for private use.
The shipment,
Princess
I have
Aisling Deval told the
2
media,
hours,
"It was insulting enough that Delane was allowed
time,
into the Galactic Summit, but
and
now
I have
he's
to
peddling filthy
transport,
drugs and pretending it's medicine. I only pray that
to
nobody loses a
Iraq,
loved one
which
to such
is
poison, as I
like
have. The Alliance has not made a
next
broad
systems.
ruling regarding Onion Head, which is illegal in the majority of
cabin.
member systems, but available
Yeah.
in those classified as having anarchy
asset
governments.
contract.
However, Deputy Prime Minister Angela Corcoran addressed the issue. As with most trade, we defer to the legislation of local authorities. But we are in contact with the IHO and are keeping a close eye on the situation. Onion Head Gamma strain remains on sale in selected
So,
systems governed by industrial anarchy factions.
Navigation.
Marlinists in crisis after
Galaxy
starport bombings.
map.
The
we
NMLA's
have to
attacks
go
against the
to,
Marlinist colonies have
Iraq.
caused mass casualties, disruption and political chaos. More than 35,000 civilians were killed in the attacks, with twice as many suffering injuries and caustic burns. Safeguard Interstellar is providing vital supplies to survivors, and evacuations of
Iraq?
Stillman Hub and Tillman Point stations are ongoing. First Minister Jenna Fairfax has been confirmed dead. Minister Amrita Ross has temporarily assumed leadership, but the
So
Marlinist
I
parliament has been
have-
destabilized by heated accusations between its members. The Marlinist constabulary has tightened security, and ACT is running urgent investigations. Captain Milo Castile told the media,
Ship
"This was
cargo.
undoubtedly the work of Theta Group, the NMLA's
Okay,
weapons
I have
specialists. We have found evidence that local neo-Marlinist supporters provided logistical
my
support, and
passengers.
arrests are forthcoming. However, as always, the terrorists covered their tracks remarkably well. Alliance and Federation leaders have
Session
sent
logs,
messages of condolence and
mission
offers of medical aid.
date.
Prime Consul Coyote Tau is liaising with both superpowers to coordinate relief efforts. In the Empire, from which the Marlinists fled as refugees in 3306, there are mixed reactions.
1 minute.
Some wish to extend
ago.
protection to former imperial citizens, while others see it as
Just
poetic
stop.
justice for their republican beliefs creating the NMLA.
Shut up, please. Okay. Playlist. I don't know what is it. I'd like to see my mission briefing. Where's my mission briefing? Social history. Oh. In the LFT 1448 system, what the hell? Why I can't just set course to there? I don't know. Can I just set course to there? System LFT 1448. No. Ah, okay, so it's now I have no data for the system because I haven't been there yet. So I don't know where is the station inside the system is. So I have to scan the system once I get there and look for
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
the stations, look for the planets, some of which could be hidden.
Landing gear retracted.
And only then I should be able to deliver these guys. I enter near the station to jump. Can you sell stuff to the cabin? No, you have no interaction with them.
Frameshift drive charging.
So let's see.
All clear. Till next time, Commander.
If we can manage to find this direct enterprise station. Jump time for
Fuel scooping.
it's about the same everywhere. So we saw a beacon. There's a ring, stations.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
We got a little bit of fuel, and now let's look for this. Is the rock station? I have no idea where can it be. See, we got unidentified signal source. I don't remember how is scanning supposed to work. Pattern. I don't know what is it.
Incoming mission critical message.
Agent. What do you want? Okay, so that's my station. Direct enterprise. So someone is trying to gank me, and this was a friendly mission. what I'm supposed to do now. Avoid pattern threat. Dispersal pattern. Where's my direct station? I lost it. Federal agent, ooh, is behind us. Navigational beacon. What? I mean, it was in front of us, and now I can't see it anymore. I lost it. Agent. Avoid dispersal pattern. What the hell is this? Is this where I'm supposed to go? I have no idea what's going on. Really, guys, it's no idea what's going on. Eidos Armada. Alright, so it's over there.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's over there. I need to super cruise over there. I'd lost the target, but I didn't do anything.
Frameshift drive charging.
By factor of 23 disrupted mass. I have no idea what that means.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Come on. Hostile ship has been sent against you in order to cause my people harm. Please ensure the relation. Blah blah blah. Oh, that's nice.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
I'd be more happy if actually there was an overlay on the screen. Right, here we are.
The Lacey, Quebec uniform
the Master Cube Enterprise, where I have no idea where's the entrance of this cube.
Scan detected.
Scan my ass.
Authorization cleared. Proceed to landing pad 04.
Okay, I have no idea. This is one of those things that I hate. Also, is that you have to look for the entrance.
Reports of heavy traffic within the area. Maintain safe clearance distance.
Where's the entrance of this thing? Oh, it's over there. Yeah, I think it's over there. Yeah, no, not so easy to find the
Decrease
entrance
your
of
speed
this cube.
immediately.
What? Because otherwise you will find me? Yeah.
Scan detected.
Oh, scan, always scanning. let's see if I haven't forgot my passengers. No. Thanks, Commander. So, yeah. So what have we earned in 2 missions? Around 80,000 credits. Yeah. That's it. So this game is really, it's really tough. Unforgiving. And before you can get a million credit mission, you really need to work yourself out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was Quios with Elite Dangerous. I hope you enjoyed. Is this headache worth the game or not? I don't know. It's a beautiful looking game. It's one of the best. I hate this piloting stuff from my inner core, and I truly believe if model is a lot more fun at the moment and less punishing. So goodbye, folks. Try this game before you buy, because it's really a hard time going around this thing, and the chat around it. It's an ugly UI. Okay, just